Hello, my name is George Papazov, and I'm the founder and head trader at TRADEPRO Academy. Today we want to do a quick video on recovering trading losses. Whether you're just starting out or a professional and successful trader currently, you know we've hit a path before where we've lost some money. We might hit a stretch. It might be a trade. It might be a few trades. It might be a few weeks. In fact, you might even have a negative month. And the business that we're in comes with losses. But what I want to talk about is recovering losses that have done damage to your account. If you're down 10, 15, 20% of your account and you continue to lose in your trading, I'm here to do this video for you. This is catered towards you. I want to help. I've been there before. You're hearing this from a guy who's gone through that path. It took me an incredibly long time to start hitting consistent profit because of some of the mistakes I was making psychologically. This is not going to talk about a specific strategy, specific indicator, or any one thing that you could do, because frankly, that's not how you recover from trading losses. How to recover from a trading loss is to put together a structure to bounce back, to put together a plan. And I want to discuss that with you in today's webinar in a little more detail. Let's begin by one of my favorite quotes: "Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm." Think about that quote and what it says to you. This is directly relevant to us as traders. There isn't one successful person that I know who has not experienced failure. In fact, failure only occurs when you learn nothing from adversity. When you continue to do that which is not working, that's failure. In trading, this is no different. It's okay to lose. We're in a business where we take risk that's warranted in hopes of earning a reward. It's okay to lose. In fact, it's necessary to lose. It's how you use that loss that defines your outcomes and character. Winston Churchill knew all about this. All right, look how deep this quote is. It's the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. And let me explain this concept to you in trading. I'm going to go through and give you 5 steps to recover your trading account. Whether you've lost a little or a lot and you can't seem to find your groove, if you're in a funk and you want to bounce back, this is for you. 5 steps to recover your trading account. Step number 1 is the simplest step, yet very few people actually do this. Accept it. Accept that you've lost, all right? The amount of money that you've lost in your previous trades, that's the past. That's mistakes you've done back then. Think about today, the now, in this moment. Your opportunity is in the future. Let go of the past. Look at your account and accept the numbers you've generated and tell yourself, the negative amount that I've lost or the amount of dollars I've lost have been an educational lesson for me that I hopefully have learned from. I can't get that back, and the only way to recover is to sit down, clamp in, and do something for the future. Accept it. The future begins today, and you can bounce back, but accept that loss. I need you to tell yourself right now, look at your account balance and say, this is the result. I'm going to own it. I'm responsible for this loss, but I'm not going to be the person that created that loss. I'm going to be somebody new. This is my opportunity to recreate myself and seize the advantage of taking opportunity in the future. Okay, accept it. Step number 2. Okay, but before we get there, another Winston Churchill quote. I told you I love the guy. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, while an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Myself, I've been trading for 12 years. I do this full time. There are days where I get in a funk. I have negative days. What do? I look at the opportunity in that difficulty. Every single day at the end of the session, I review my trades. I record all my sessions and I ask myself, I go back, and if I've lost a trade, would I do it again? If the answer to that is yes, that's a clean loss. If I followed the strategy, if I did everything I was supposed to do and lost the money, I'll take that loss with a smile and say I'll go get them in the next one because I trust myself and my system. Step number 2, analyze. What was the cause of your losses? It still baffles me when traders reach out to me and say, I'm losing money. And I'll ask them, well, what was the cause? And they don't know. I don't know. I just can't seem to win money. Every trade I goes against me that I get into. There's a reason for that. Be honest with yourself. Look within yourself. All right, this is a business where you're directly responsible for your results. Not many people are used to that kind of behavior. Not that many people are used to being evaluated on such a personal level because we go to work and we create some kind of product on which our boss ranks our product. But that product is never associated with any real value that's immediate and impactful as numbers. In trading, if you do terrible, you lose money. If you do great, you make money. Analyze, what did you do? Break it down to 2 separate things. And there's always 2 roots or causes for losses. Number 1 is you. Number two, it's your strategy. You have to pinpoint which one of these two things have led to losses, and you need to be brutally honest with yourself. The truth hurts, but the truth is the only way forward. If it's you, if you're not following your strategy or you don't have a strategy, then that's you. If you have a lack of discipline, if you can't wait, if you get too emotional in trades, that's you. Identify that. That's so important to know. And when you're honest with yourself, you can do something about it. If that's you, we have a way to help you through that. I can help you through that. TradePro Academy was developed with you in mind. If it's your strategy, that's actually the easier of the two. If your strategy is the one that's broken down, but you're implementing it, that's phenomenal. If there are two traders, the first trader said, you know what, I'm following a strategy, but I'm following it to the T, and every trade I take, I'm losing money. If that's trader one, and there's trader two that says, I have a strategy, I never follow it. If I have to give my money to somebody to trade, I'll give it to trader number one every single day because I know a strategy can be tweaked. Tweaking yourself is a much more difficult practice, and people have trouble with that. Step number two, analyze. Analyze your losses. What caused them? Identify. Is it strategy or is it the operator? Is it the machine or the driver? Is it the car or the driver? Right? That's step two. Step number three, without data, by the way, you're just another person with an opinion. The problem if you don't analyze your results is you don't know what you're doing. You can't go back and say, well, in all my losing trades, this was the common factor. And if all my winning trades, this was a common factor. You need to have a journal so you can keep track of this data to go back and analyze. If you're not using a journal, you're not going to have a fair shot of success because you could be doing different things on different days and you can't have a way to compare and contrast the two. You need to have a journal so you know what is it that you're doing wrong. If I look at all your losing trades with you and in all those losing trades, there's one thing that you do either psychologically, emotionally, or from a technical perspective, or you're just lacking discipline. If there's one thing you do in all those losing trades, guess what we're going to do? We're going to remove that one thing. And if there's one thing that you're doing when you're successful in your trades, we're going to do more of that one thing. Right? That's why it's important to have a journal to create data so you can analyze it. And I love this quote. Without data, you're just another person with an opinion. Step three, make a plan. It baffles me how many traders do not have a plan. This is not a business that you could fly by the seat of your pants. You can go to a 9-to-5 job and sleep through the day and still get paid. In trading, if you don't have a plan, if you do a bad job, you could lose money. Imagine that. Imagine showing up to work, or imagine taking a sick day and not getting paid. Imagine showing up to work and doing a bad job, trying to sleep through the day, not get noticed, just get to 5 p.m., and at the end of the day, your boss says, guess what? You didn't do anything today. I'm going to charge you for the day because you haven't added any value. Imagine that. Now imagine trading. You need a plan. All right? You need a plan to execute. If you don't have a trading plan, you could put one together. And that's the easy part. If you have solid discipline and you're emotionally sound and you've done trading but you don't have a plan, those are the traders that are closest to breaking through and hitting success. Those are the traders that I've worked with and have turned around in a relatively quickly time span. The ones that have a plan but can't follow it, those are the ones that are a little more difficult to work with, but there's a way through that. There's a way through it to put together a plan. This is a plan that would not just include the stuff like an indicator that you might look for, or a certain setup. This is a very detailed plan. When will you get in? When will you get out of a trade? How much will you lose? When will you move your risk? When will you eliminate your risk? Will you add to a risk? How much could you lose in any single day and still trade? How about a week? What about a month? There's a lot of variables that go into a plan. It's not just getting into a trade, it's getting out. That's the important part. It's not just finding where price will go, it's finding how to execute on that plan. Make a plan, test it, tweak it, and then trade it live. All right? Everyone wants to know from me, where's gold going to go? What's the market going to do? That's not important. I could tell you where it's going to go, and it doesn't mean you're going to make money. Right? It doesn't mean you're going to make money. Picking location is one thing. Executing is an entirely different thing. Have a plan and make sure you use it every day in the market. It takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. Love this quote. I wish I was successful. All these guys, they're more educated than me. This guy worked for Goldman Sachs. He must be a better trader. Well, he's got a better data feed. His software is superior to mine. I wish I had all this stuff. Guess what? Wish for nothing. You have more than most people do by virtue of having access to the internet and listening to YouTube. All right? Forget about wishing. Wishing is not how things get done. Have a plan and execute it. I've spent the most amount of time on this video, probably the most I will be spending, because that's how important the plan is. Next step, action. So what have you done so far? We've stopped, we've accepted the loss, we've analyzed the results, we've identified based on analysis what the problem is. Action. Now it's time to take action. Develop that plan, and now you're here. Trade your strategy. Okay, you have a strategy, you've tested it. Have confidence in yourself, have confidence in your strategy. Every trade that you place it with the intention that you're going to look back and ask yourself, hey, if I was hiring this person to trade for me, is that a good trade? And if you could say no at the time of executing it, you're trading on hope. So take action on your plan, but you have to take action. You're not going to get paid in this business for an idea. You get paid in this business for execution. Trade your strategy and keep learning. You're always going to be a student of the markets. It's when you start to get some consistency that you start to increase your size, you gain confidence, and you start to think that you're one step ahead of the market. You become more knowledgeable. You've outwitted it. You have this thing. You are the edge. The market listens to you. And that's when you're one trade away from disaster. Always be a humble student. You're in class in the market. You're never going to be the teacher. Trading is not about leading. Trading is about following. Remember that. Take action. Once you have a plan, be firm, be decisive, be disciplined, act on what you've set out. You spend a lot of research and time. Have confidence in yourself. Take action and trade. The distance between your dreams and reality is called action. Love this quote. It's so true. Without an action plan, what's the likely outcome? Who knows? You never know. If you don't have a plan and if you're not taking action, then you have to accept what comes your way. I once read a quote. I can't tell you who it's by, but it's phenomenal. It says, if you do not have a plan, you're part of someone else's. Let that sink in for a moment. This is a very psychological concept. All right, and last step number 5, absorb. Be a sponge. Become a part of a successful community of traders and absorb what they're telling you. Absorb what they're doing. Always look for things that other traders are doing that you may not be. Always see value in their system. Seek to discover new things. It's not something that you learn and that's it. You're off to the races. You're a millionaire. It's a constantly evolving scope. It'll always change. You always have to look for new and better ways, adapt, look and try to spot trends. Look for somebody who's trading bonds. If you're an equities trader and you find a guy that's amazing at trading bonds, wouldn't it help to know how bonds move? Absolutely. There's a chance that when he's buying, you're selling equities because they move inverse. There's intermarket correlations you need to follow. The more traders that you know that trade different things, the better trader that you become. The more you surround yourself by people who are doing that which you hope to achieve, the better trader that you become. The better person you become, the more accomplished you become, and the more satisfying it is. Trading in itself, once you do it successfully, is such a dream to everyone because they get to work from home. They get to do nothing. My commute is 12 feet. I roll out of bed, stroll in my chair, and I'm ready for work. And I pull my full-time income from trading. But on the downside, it's also not a social thing. All right, it can wear out quickly. If you just trade inside of a little black box or in a little closet by yourself, your satisfaction won't be there. I can promise you that much. You're eventually going to peak very quickly. You're going to peak in results and peak in happiness as well. All right, so absorb. One way to absorb is to be a part of a community of professional traders who do this for a living. Welcome to TRADEPRO Academy. We started the company in 2012 with the vision and goal to help the everyday individual with interest in trading to become successful, to have a fighting chance in this industry. There's a saying out there, only about 5% of traders that try it end up being successful. Why? 95% didn't have a plan. 95% had emotions that they weren't willing to change or look past. 95% didn't have a journal. That's the part of the 95% that flake out. The 5% of people that are successfully doing it don't have anything more than you do. I hate to break this to you. They don't have anything more but discipline, perseverance, and they have the ability to wake up every day and fight for every single dollar from the market. I once had a friend say, George, you're a pretty lucky guy. You know, you get to just sit at home, stroll up out of bed in your pajamas, sit on the computer all day and just make money. Just make money. It's that easy for you. And I said, you know what? That's a very ignorant statement. It is not easy. It is the hardest job to constantly evaluate yourself, be true and honest with yourself. All right? It's to be your own boss, to have an honestly complicated conversation with yourself, to sit yourself down and say, you had a terrible day. What are you going to do about it? It's one of the hardest things to battle your own psychology. In every other business, we have a boss breathing down our neck. If you don't like your boss today, imagine you become your own boss and you don't like that guy. What are you going to do about it? Leave your job? Not possible. All right? So it's one of the hardest jobs in the world, but one of the most satisfactory jobs that you're going to have as well. It's not just a matter of sitting in front of the computer. If that's your attitude towards it, you've already checked out before the race has even started. All right? It's not easy, but it's achievable. And the good news is, to be part of that 5%, you have to know where that 5% is and surround yourself with those type of people. TradePro Academy is full of traders that do this. Myself, I do it for a living. I teach it for a living, and I want to teach you how to get that edge, how to structure a plan for yourself, and how to put together an execution strategy to help you hit consistent profits and be successful. Have a look at our website. Look at the link right below. Click it here. You can look at all of our courses. We have a free 14-day trial, including how to read charts, how to take action, how to create a trading plan. We have a free journal template that you can use as well to keep track of your progress. And over time, you'll find that you're becoming more and more successful. All right, the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time that we fall. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, rather, but in rising every time we fall. You're going to fall. The more you trade, the more you're going to fall, but you're going to start to pick up what are the tripping hazards, and you're going to eventually start to avoid them. And when you fall, you're going to stumble a bit, but catch your balance before you hit the ground. At the beginning, you're going to hit the ground. It's time to get up. If you're on the ground now, you could do this. You could get up. Don't quit fighting. You fight for everything else in life. Nothing's a given. And if everyone just handed you success, would it be worth it? Is that what you would want? Ask yourself that. Have an honest and meaningful conversation, because I believe in you. I believe in every single person that joins TradePro Academy. We've got courses. We also have live analysis. We put together trade setups and ideas for you. We essentially give you all the tools that are accessible to trading professionals that are doing this successfully every day. Because I myself do it. I do all my trades live in front of all of our community. It's not to be taken as investment recommendation, but trading ideas. And I hope you join. That's you right there. All right? Whether you're male or female. If you're female, picture yourself a little bit more hair, but that's you. Everyone's going that way. You're part of the 5% coming towards us. You're looking at the right place. It's time to join. You're already part of the community. You got a fighting chance. Join and become one of the people that's doing this successfully. If you guys have any questions for me, email me, Georgia@TradePro Academy directly, and I encourage you to click the link here as well to become part of our mailing list. We send weekly educational videos and articles to help you become more successful. I hope you guys have taken some value out of this. Hope it gives you a fresh perspective and a little bit of motivation to put one foot in front of the other and keep fighting, guys. I'll leave you off with this quote. When you're about to give up, you're always the closest you will be to success. If you turn around today and say, trading's not for me, I've lost a lot of money, I can't do this, go back to why you wanted to do it. If you want to still do it, realize you're turning away at the highest probability moment. The day that you quit is the day that you were the closest to where you want it to be. Don't be a quitter, be a heavy hitter. See you guys on the other side. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave some comments, questions below, and I'll love to help you guys out. All the best to yourself personally, professionally, and I hope to see you in one of our courses or webinars. Take care and have a phenomenal day.